win or go home. What's going on, everybody? Spunky Nights, and I want to come you guys another video. Come at you guys for my Eagles 49ers wild card preview. So the Eagles coming to this game as the number 3 seed, hosting the San Francisco 49ers in Philadelphia. Yeah, win or go home. The last time the Eagles saw this San Francisco 49ers team, it was back in 2023. We saw them twice that year, obviously. NFC Championship game where we beat them 31-7 at home, and then of course they came to Philadelphia in the following regular season, 2023 season, and beat us 42-19 at home. So yeah, Eagles coming to this game, going up against this 49ers team. A lot of question marks about the Eagles for all of us Eagles fans. You know, as of late, what Eagles team is going to show up? One thing about the Eagles is in the playoffs, Jalen Hurts, he turns it up in the playoffs. So obviously as a fan, you know, just crossing my fingers that what we saw in the regular season from this offense in general, we see the opposite in the playoffs. Personally, I have to see it. I believe it when I see it. That's the way I feel right now. I believe it when I see it. Obviously, I'm hoping for the best, and I'm hoping that the Birds go out there and they take care of business. With that said, I'll just go ahead and get it out right now. My score prediction right now is 24-21 49ers. I don't think they're gonna come and beat us by a wide margin like they did in 2023. They're not the same team. Their offense has been not quite struggling, but they've been banged up with injuries on offense and defense. Their defense is definitely not what it was back in 2023. But like I said, I'm picking them to win. Reverse psychology, crossing my fingers that the Birds show out and they get this W. Looking at the injury report in this game, Lane Johnson is questionable for this game. Lane Johnson has not played since week 11. He had foot surgery on his foot, but he's been trying to get back and be ready to go for the playoffs. Right now, they say he's been dealing with some swelling and pain in his foot. He will be a game time decision, so we'll just have to sit back and wait when it comes to Lane Johnson. Edge rusher Azeez Ojulari is dealing with a hamstring injury. Offensive lineman Brett Toth is dealing with a concussion. As for the 49ers, like I said, they've had their share of injuries this year. Questionable in this game. Wide receiver Jacob Cowan is dealing with a hamstring injury. Linebacker Luke Gifford is dealing with a quadricep injury. Cornerback Renardo Green is dealing with a foot injury. Wide receiver Ricky Pearson is dealing with a knee and ankle injury. Defensive end Keon White is dealing with a groin hamstring injury. Offensive tackle Trent Williams, hamstring injury. Linebacker D. Winters, ankle injury. Yeah, so the 49ers are pretty banged up. So you look at that and you say, okay, the Eagles have the advantage. But like I said already, Eagles offense, I just don't trust this offense. Defense, I feel very good about our defense. I think our defense will show up, and I think they will play a pretty good game. But if your offense is not taking advantage of the opportunities the defense gives them, then it puts you in a disadvantage. So that's why I'm picking the 49ers to win. But obviously, I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that the Eagles they show up and get the job done. Now, keys to victory are always the same, man. It starts with the big man up front. Starts in the trenches. So offensive line, defensive line, the big guys up front, they set the tone for the game, and we're gonna need these guys to show up and be ready to go. First and foremost, take away the running game of the 49ers. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey, one of the best running backs in the NFL. If not, some people will say the best. I still put our guy Barkley as the best. I put Christian McCaffrey right there though. But Christian McCaffrey is a damn playmaker. He is a guy that can change the entire flow of a game. And if we don't have him accounted for, we allow him to run free in this game, it's going to be a long day. So we got to take away the running game with Christian McCaffrey. If we do that, then we got to get the pressure on Brock Purdy. You cannot allow Brock Purdy to feel comfortable in that pocket. Like I said, he's already missing one of his top guys. Trent Williams will not be in this game. We have to get to Brock Purdy, and we have to get to him early and hit him early and make him uncomfortable in that pocket. Brock Purdy is not necessarily one of those guys that's gonna kill you with his legs, but he can be effective with his legs. He is a guy that can move and make plays happen with his legs. It's not his game per se, but he is definitely a guy that can make plays with his legs. But we gotta get to him early, and we gotta hit him early. When it comes to his wide receivers, Ricky Pearson is a guy who I have a lot of respect for. Ricky Pearson is a guy that definitely moves the chains. Another guy is Juan Jennings, another reliable receiver for him as well. Those are two guys that we got to make sure are accounted for at all times. Of course, possibly the best tight end in the game, George Kittle. He is a go-to guy for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, when he's looking for a guy to extend drives, he is looking at George Kittle. We cannot allow George Kittle to get behind the defense. We cannot allow George Kittle to, in effect, take over the game. So, yeah. No, this 49ers offense got some playmakers on it, and our defense, which has played well, especially the second half of the season, they're going to have a challenge ahead of them. But if there's any defense that I have any confidence in showing up and getting this 49ers offense off the field, constantly, is our defense. I have no concern about our defense overall. I feel like they will show up and play well. Like I said, it's the offense that has me questionable, and obviously, just keeping it real, this offense, I don't necessarily trust them. I'm hoping that they have been trolling us this whole time, and that in the playoffs they're going to turn up a notch. Jalen Hurts tends to turn up a notch. This offense and his team as a whole turns up a notch. All we can do is cross our fingers, right? Obviously, for us, keys to victory on offense, get that running game going. Get Saquon Barkley the ball early. Get Tank Bigsby. I want to see more carries for Tank Bigsby. Get him the ball early. That will open up things in the passing game, because the defense of the 49ers have to respect the passing game. That will open up things in the play action pass. Dallas Goedert, Grant Calcaterra. And then, of course, then you stretch that field with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson at wide receiver. So, yeah. It always starts up front. Offensive line, defensive line. Those guys set the tone for the game. They have to show up and they have to be ready to go for 60 minutes. Special teams. Jake Elliott has had an up and down season. We need him to be efficient with field goals and extra points in this game. The return game has not really been that good. But we need those guys to to set up the offense in good field position throughout the game. Obviously, punting. When it comes to punting the ball, we gotta make sure that we pin the 49ers offense as far back as possible, helping your defense out, of course, in that situation. But yeah, a lot of playmakers on this 49ers offense, but there are a lot of playmakers on our defense. There's a lot of playmakers on our offense as well. We just need these guys to step up and do their job. Everybody has to step up and do their job. If they do, then there's nobody in the playoffs I fear. When the Eagles are at their best, I truly fear nobody. But not knowing what Eagles team you're going to get to show up, particularly the offense, that is why I'm hesitant to pick the Eagles to win any game right now. And I'm going to stick with the reverse psychology, hoping that the Eagles show up and they just absolutely are dominant for 60 minutes in this game. But we shall see. But right now, I'm staying at 24-21 49ers, a field goal to win the game. Obviously, fingers crossed, hoping that the Eagles get that W. We are the defending Super Bowl champions, and it is time to defend our throne. It is time to defend our crown. We are the defending Super Bowl champions. It's time to play like the defending Super Bowl champions. We are the top of the top. We are the cream of the crop. We have to show up, and we have to be ready to go. So we shall see what happens, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Not a whole lot more to say about this game. As always, go Birds. Please, please, I just beg you guys, please, go out there, handle your business, and let's advance to the division around the playoffs. But like I said, go Birds. Spunky 1991 is out of here. Fly, go fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.